Right, so hello and welcome back to Books and Things, and today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Watching Tag. So this tag was created by Harriet Rosie, and I'll link her channel down below, and I was tagged by Mel from Mel's Booklands Adventures. So I'll link her video down below as well. And I've really enjoyed watching this tag on other people's channels and hearing all about how they watch booktubes. I think it's very different for different people, so yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this one. The first question is, how many people are you subscribed to on Booktube? I'm subscribed to, I think, 207 people the last time I checked, which sounds like a lot, and I thought was a lot until I watched Mel's video and she said that she was subscribed to over 300 people on YouTube, which made me feel a bit better. I should say, as Mel did, that quite a lot of the people who I'm subscribed to are not active anymore on YouTube, but I'm like subscribed to them in the hope that one day they might make another Booktube video. I would say of the 200 odd people I'm subscribed to, probably like 100 to 150 of them are like actively making content and upload regularly, and then maybe like 50 of them I watch very, very regularly, and there's like an even smaller like number that I watch like every single video from. So yes. Second question is, when do you normally watch Booktube? So normally I listen to Booktube rather than actually watch it. I don't spend much time like sat in front of a laptop or a phone actually watching Booktube. I usually have Booktube on while I'm doing stuff. So for example, if I'm cleaning, if I'm cooking, I always have Booktube on while I'm cooking. If I'm like doing the washing up, emptying the dishwasher, hanging up the washing, like any kind of household task, I'm listening to Booktube. And also like sometimes if I'm doing any like life admin-y stuff on my computer, I will have Booktube on, listening to it in the background. So if I'm planning my own Booktube videos, if I am checking emails or like Facebook or whatever, and I also like listen to Booktube while playing video games. So for example, like there's a game called Don't Starve, which I quite like, but it doesn't require much of my mental attention. So usually when I play it, I listen to Booktube or to an audiobook. But yeah, I tend to listen to Booktube much more than I tend to watch it. And I'd probably say I might watch like 1 or 2 videos in the morning while I'm like getting ready to leave the house and putting my shoes on and stuff. And then I'll probably watch quite a few videos in the evening while I am cooking and sort of doing housework bits and stuff like that. And then if I'm really behind on my watch later plays, which I always am, I might have a binge on the weekend. But yeah. Question 3 is, how do you balance Booktube watching, reading and making videos? Not that well, always. I use the watch later playlist function on YouTube a lot, and my watch later playlist usually contains between 50 and 100 videos. I try to keep it under 100. I try really hard, but like usually I'm watching people's videos a week or 2 after they put them up, just because I always have a bit of a backlog. Because I don't have massive time and I am subscribed to a lot of people. In terms of like balancing that with other things, because as I said, I usually listen to Booktube while doing other things, I couldn't be making videos in those times anyway. And I could be listening to audiobooks, but usually I listen to audiobooks when I'm out and about, because they're like stored on my phone rather than YouTube, which is data, so I only want to watch or listen to when I'm on Wi-Fi in my flat. In terms of balancing it with reading, I do most of my reading on my commute to work, and again, because of data, I wouldn't like watch Booktube on the way to work. And that kind of dedicated like time each way to work gives me quite a lot of reading time. I do spend quite a lot of time like making and editing videos, but that tends to be done like on the weekends, and like I can't do that while I'm cooking, so that's a good thing that Booktube is for. And also I watch/listen to all Booktube on 1.25 speed. If you don't know, in the corner of the video on YouTube there's a little like settings button, and you can up the speed to 1.25 or 1.5, etc. 1.5 is a bit too fast for me, but I listen to all Booktube on 1.25 speed, just because it means I can actually get through my watch later playlist a bit faster. Question 4 is there a difference between the kind of videos you like to watch and the kind of videos you like to make? Not really. My favourite videos to watch and to make are reading wrap-ups or sort of recommendation videos. I don't especially love watching hauls. I also don't make very many hauls, and the same with TBRs. I know I have actually made a few this year, but in general I don't make that many TBRs, and they're not something I watch that many of. But I suppose there are a few videos that I like watching that I don't make very often. For example, sort of anticipated books or upcoming releases, something I almost never make, partly because to do the research for it is quite hard, but I really enjoy watching them, and it's very useful working in publishing to sort of be aware of what's going on in the book market and so on. So they're videos I suppose that I really like to watch and I don't like to make. Question 5 is, who was the first booktuber you subscribed to and are you still watching them? I think the first one I subscribed to would probably be either Sana from Books and Quills or Jean from Jean's Book of Thoughts. I'm not sure which came first. I used to, as a teenager, watch quite a lot of more mainstream booktube. I think I found Sana from Books and Quills through there and sort of transitioned from the mainstream stuff, which I stopped watching quite a long time ago now, onto sort of just booktube. I think like pretty much everyone I'm subscribed to on YouTube is a booktuber. But I didn't sort of properly get into booktube until I found Jen Campbell. Like, she was more the person that got me into booktube, I think. I do still watch all 3 of them, especially Jen. I think Jen's someone I watched off every one of her videos, whilst Sana and Jean. I sort of dip in and out. So yeah, those are the first 3 people I found on Booktube, I guess. Question 6, who was the most recent booktuber you subscribed to? At the point when I'm filming this, the person I most recently subscribed to about 2 hours ago is Jonathan from Litfart. He is actually someone I know in real life, and he's just started a Booktube channel, so I'll link that down below. We did a creative writing masters together a few years ago, and I'm very excited that he has joined Booktube. He's very funny and has good taste in books and is a brilliant writer as well, so I'm excited to see what becomes of his channel in the future. Question 7, share an old favourite booktuber. I was thinking back to the people I watched before I joined Booktube myself. I've already mentioned 3 of them, but aside from that, there were quite a lot of people who made videos then that don't actually make videos anymore, because I guess I'm thinking back to 3 years ago. But one person I thought of who I've watched for quite a while before I started my own channel is Lil from Lil's Vintage World. She is a brilliant booktuber. She loves Jane Austen and she loves Agatha Christie. She also loves reading non-fiction history books, which I find really, really interesting. And yeah, I can't recommend her channel enough. I've been watching it for a long time and I still love it very, very much. Question 8, share a new favourite booktuber. Let's say Ollie Bliss, who's someone I've been watching for a few weeks now and I'm really enjoying. I met him at the Booktube meetup a few weeks ago and I've just been really enjoying his channel so far. He's very good on queer fiction and he also draws artwork to go with his reviews, which I think is very cool. Question 9, what is one of your Booktube pet peeves? I don't actually think I have one. I thought hard and I can't actually think of anything. Question 10 is, what have you learnt from watching other people's Booktube videos? I feel like a lot. I wouldn't want to make videos if I didn't watch videos, if that makes sense. And I also feel like it would be quite hard to make interesting videos without watching other people's videos and kind of learning from them what you find interesting in other people's content, and what you like to see and what you don't like to see and so on. Especially Booktube's so interesting because everyone has very, very different Booktube styles, and I watch a lot of people with very, very different styles to each other and also to my own, which I don't mind. I've learned so much about different ways to be creative, I suppose. That sounds so wishy-washy, but you know what I mean. And also learned a lot about books and different ways of interpreting books, and learned about those areas of fiction that I wouldn't have ever come across before. So that is the end of the questions, and now I just need to tag a few people. This tag has been going around quite a lot, so I'm sorry if you have already been tagged, or even if you have already done this video, because I also am aware that I'm pre-filming this and that there are 67 unwatched videos in my watch later playlist, and some of them are definitely this tag. So I'm going to tag Marissa from Blatantly Bookish, Carolyn from Carolyn's Reading Rambles, I'm going to tag Anne from Beyond the Pages, I'm going to tag Kate Howe, and I'm also going to tag Lucy the Reader, and also Petra Yu. There you go. 6 great booktubers, all of whom like Victorian literature actually, if you're on the lookout for that, as I always am. So thank you very much for watching. I think that's all I had to say. Do let me know down in the comments what your answers to the questions would be and how you watch Booktube. Does anyone else like me mostly listen to Booktube and not watch it very much? I'm curious to know. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll be back very soon with another bookish video.